Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel on the Shotgun Shogun. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're not new here, well, welcome back. It's time for some more Star Rail content. But before we get to that, make sure you stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can enter to win some free summons. And this was asked a little bit earlier in chat. I talked a little bit about the hurdle light cones that you can pick. So we're going to talk about the battle pass. Now, a lot of people come in, they're like, hey, is the battle pass worth it? Should I get the battle pass? And the answer is yeah. If you can afford the battle pass and you plan on playing the game, the battle pass is absolutely worth it. All of the stuff that you get, the extra energy, the extra summons, all of that stuff is realistically worth more than if you were to just straight up buy this stuff in game. I mean, like, just in general, like the extra character XP, the light cone XP, like all of this extra stuff, if you were to price all of this out, is absolutely 100% worth it. And even in the closed beta, I cleared this battle pass very, very easily. So it wasn't too bad. Now, the thing is that you do get these light cones, right? Now, you get to pick one of these light cones at level 30. And most of these light cones are really, really good. Now, looking at it from the top, warmth shortens the cold nights. This is going to be for abundance. This is going to increase your wearer's max health by 16. Now, the thing is, you probably don't want to pick this one because, well, chances are your only abundance character is going to be Natasha unless you re-rolled or you got lucky and you picked Bailu. And realistically, this one is kind of weird. Now, I did theorycraft a little bit here when it comes to Natasha with warmth shortens the cold night. If you have E6 Natasha, it adds 40% of her max health as extra damage on her basic attack, which is what you're going to be doing normally anyways. So I was thinking about like some sort of like weird meme build where you used like warmth shortens the cold night and you just basic attacked with her, and it really just was used to increase her max health even further, to increase her HP, to increase her healing, and also do like, you know, 2% of their healing or their max health when you hit the first one. Now, even max superimposed, this is only going to heal for like 4%. So realistically, unless you are zooming, this is such a small amount of healing that it really doesn't matter. If you were going to pick warmth shortens the cold night, you would be picking it just for the stats, which, like, let's be real, even just getting outgoing healing probably is a net benefit over this, because even at max, it's 32% max HP, which realistically does kind of help with the overall healing. However, since they kind of scaled heals away from being HP focused and more like a small bit of HP and then flat health for the overall heal, this one isn't really worth your time if you're doing the battle pass, right? Now, taking a look here, we will meet again. This is going to be for Nihility. Right now, not a whole lot of Nihility units being used in general. But this one does allow for the basic attack to deal additional damage equal to 48% of their attack to a random enemy that has also been attacked. This one is kind of interesting here, and I do think that there is potential for this in the future, but I think that if you are looking at just picking one of these to best help you out, again, I don't necessarily recommend this one. I would be interested to see how this works on units like Sampo. Sampo's Nihility, right? Yeah, I believe Sampo's Nihility. That might be interesting. I might theorycraft that one later, but this is me. This is going to be your preservation. This is going to increase the wearer's defense by 16% and increase the damage of the wearer when they use their ultimate by 60% of the wearer's defense. This is a weird, like, I guess this would be for like the main character, right? Because most preservation units, ultimates, one, you can't use this on Gepard. because his ultimate doesn't do any damage, I believe. It just puts up a fat boy shield. Hold on. Let me confirm that, because I don't want to put out misinformation. Hold on one second. I believe it's just fat boy shield. I can't look in here because I don't have Gepard. It doesn't do damage. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make absolute sure that I didn't go, man, you know what? It doesn't do any damage. And somebody be like, no, actually it does. And if you use this light cone, it's absolutely going to be hog crazy, out of control. So there we go. Thank you, chat, for helping me out on that one. I was a little confused, but this realistically would go on tank main character. I'd honestly pick the preservation one, or not the preservation, but the abundance one, probably over this. Even at max, this would be good if you max this out somehow. Actually build like a super DPS main character preservation unit. Easy. I crit more. Thank you for the follow. Return to Darkness. This is going to be for the hunt. Increases the wearer's crit rate by 12. After crit hit, there's a 16% fixed chance to dispel one buff on the target enemy. This is good if you just need crit rate. However, I don't know. Randy, thank you for the follow as well. The 32% fixed chance to dispel one buff is very, very niche. So yeah. Doesn't it say you gain damage from just using the ult? Increase the damage of the wearer when they use their ultimate. Hey, you know what? I know, Ken Fu. You were correct. You were correct. However, I still think that this is pretty mid. If we theory craft this, I guess main character would still be the best one for this, right? Because March's ultimate is going to freeze them. She just does her basic attack after that. I guess it would help with the counter attacks, but chances are they're frozen, but it would help for the counter attacks here. Gives her defense scaling on ult. Yeah. I wonder how her ult scales compared to the main character. Regardless, I think that there's better preservation options for all of them. And I feel like if you're going with this, that there's just juicier options, right? You know, gives her defense scaling, and that's her build path. I agree. I agree. But the one thing is, right, is when you have a limited number of ones that you can pick, I think you have to pick something else. I think you have to pick something else besides this. Same with this hunt one. And while it does give you free stats here, right? It does give you 12% crit rate for free stats. I feel like the additional option here of 16% fixed chance to dispel one buff on the target enemy. While I do agree that there are some buffs on some enemies that you really, really want to get rid of, I don't know that this is it. Because it's not a guaranteed. If it was like a guaranteed you crit and it dispels one debuff or one buff, I would say that this could be a very nice niche card. Niche light cone in certain situations. Obviously not running 24/7, but yeah. Now, carve the moon, weave the clouds. I'll be real with you. It wouldn't matter what this light cone does. It has Ting Yun's art on it, which means that you should get this no matter what. Like, it has Ting Yun's art. It's a guaranteed pull. Like, it doesn't matter that, you know, it has a chance to increase all your attack, all your crit damage. energy regeneration. Who cares? Ting Yun is on it. But this is going to be actually really, really good for Ting Yun or like a Bronya. Any support, harmonies are going to be lapping around. And really, what do? They buff everybody else. Now you can just come in, and when you have this max superimposed, oh, everybody gets 20% attack. Oh, everybody gets 24% crit damage, or their energy regeneration's increased. And that's everything. Everything good on here is good on here. Like, no matter what buff you get, because the effect can't be identical to the last effect applied, and it will replace the previous effect. It might be a little awkward, like in maybe timing, because, well, maybe you have critical hit damage, but then Ting Yun's about to go, and now you don't have critical hit damage because, well, it got replaced by energy regeneration. It is what it is. But regardless, this one's going to be a pretty prime candidate for you should pick this, because yeah, running it on Ting Yun, running it on Bronya, who, let's be real, long game, those are going to be on a whole lot of your accounts, and hopefully you got them. This one is going to be very, very high, priority for investment. Nowhere to run. This is going to be a destruction light cone. This increases, and this one is probably going to be, unironically, as much as I just talked about the Ting Yun one, this one might be the one that I want to get. We'll see. I'm on the fence because I want to make a meme Clara. That's just how I want to go. But I don't know. I might not do this one. Yeah, this thing on Clara is kind of funny. I completely agree. But we'll see. I do want to make a meme solo Clara, so I might sacrifice, my first one just so I can get this, because this is going to increase her attack by 24, and whenever she defeats an enemy, it's going to restore her HP equal to 12% of her attack. So that's going to be really big. You've maxed this out. 48% attack and 24% of her attack is heals when she kills something. However, outside of Clara, is this the best option for your other destruction characters like Hook? Probably not. Probably not. Today is another peaceful day is going to be your erudition light cone option here, and I'll be real with you right now. Erudition does not have a whole lot of pog crazy light cones. This one right here is probably, I would say, if you had to pick, it's either this one or the Ting Yun artifact light cone, right? Because after entering battle, this is going to increase your damage based on your max energy, and damage increases by 0.2% per point of energy up to 160 energy. Now, this is going to work on your ultimate. This is going to work on your basic attack. This is going to work on your skills. So as you go through, as you're getting energy, and to be completely honest, like if you don't want to rip your ultimate and you just want to sit on some fat extra damage, maybe you don't necessarily need to rip your ultimate right away. Boom, man, you can come in and just absolutely slam through that. It goes up to 0.4%. So the fact that like there are a lot of erudition characters in the game, and there's not a ton of erudition light cones that are currently available. Well, not a whole lot of like super good options, right? You're not going to run Birth of Self on a character that doesn't have follow-up attacks, right? So that like completely negates like a whole lot of units. Herta and Himiko can make use of that, but like, I'll be real, Make the World Clamor is realistically, when we were doing some guides, I think we mathed this out, and the Mahjong Girl light cone is just better than this, because by the time you're going to use your ultimate, you're going to have the damage stack from that light cone, which is going to overshadow Make the World Clamor. The only thing that Make the World Clamor does is it gives you 20 energy immediately upon entering battle. Well, Make the World Clamor doesn't work on your basic attack, doesn't work on your skills. It really is kind of mid, right? So yeah, I only use it on farm teams. That's true. Yeah, and so I mean, realistically, like there's some other ones that you can use for like attack, but like out of it's decent on for serval farming. Yeah, because you get your ultimate a little bit faster, right? So if you're just farming, yes, but like for pushing content, I don't think Make the World Clamor is all that good. So long story short, which ones do I suggest that you pick up? I suggest that you pick up Carve the Moon, Weave the Clouds. If you do need this and you haven't gotten one already from the gacha or something like that, you need one for Bronya, you need one for Ting Yun. This is a very, very good light cone. Your other option, in my opinion, is today is another peaceful day, because you're going to have some erudition characters. And this one is going to be a really good light cone option as well. So I think that overall, those two are probably your prime candidates. All the rest of them are very, very mid or niche at best. Like I said, nowhere to run on Quara with a kitted out Quara build is kind of theoretically interesting. I hope that one day I can just get Quara's light cone, but it is what it is, right? So yeah. So long story short, just get this one because it has Ting Yun on it. Even if you don't have a Harmony character, you can look at this light cone and just be like, damn, I can't wait till the Jing banner comes out and I can pretend like I'm pulling for Jing, but really just pull for Ting Yun. That's really what it is. If you don't have a Fox waifu in your game, at least you can have a Fox waifu as a light cone. Put Fox waifu as the code in the description for the giveaway of this video, and let me know which light cone you're picking. Did you guys buy the battle pass? Let me know in the comment section. And yeah, do like, fave, subscribe, do all that stuff that I tell you to do at the end of every YouTube, and every YouTuber tells you to do at the end of every YouTube, and you tune it out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace out. Cracky.